Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. Today, we're going to put the Civic on a diet and also fix some unforeseen body damage. That actually wasn't too bad to remove. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. So now that the dash is removed, we're going to go ahead and remove the blower, the evaporator, and the heater core. Because where we're going, we don't need this crap. Decided to take this weight reduction a step further. Went ahead and removed the carpet so I could gain access to the sound deadening material. Normally people will use some dry ice to remove it, but since this vehicle is pretty old, it's already cracking, so I don't think it's going to take much, there you go, much effort to remove it all. And this right now, I mean, this is just added weight, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it all from the floor of the car. So when I was disassembling this front end, after removing the right front fender, I kind of found some unseen damage that I wasn't previously aware. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard maybe with the light, but you can see how there's a pretty good sized dent in this area. And if I hold up a straight edge, you can see how far off this area is. It should be sitting flush with the top, but you can see the bottom area is kicked in. So what I'm going to try to do is use a slide hammer and work my way around this dent. So I'm going to start on the outside and work my way in. I'm going to see what kind of progress I could get on it and hopefully straighten this thing up. I have to figure out a new technique because this obviously isn't working. So obviously the method of drilling a hole and then using the slide hammer to pull the metal out that way wasn't working because I was just blowing through this metal. So what I'm going to do is weld some nuts to the surface and then use the slide hammer to pull on the bolt to pull out the metal. Alright, here's a little update. It's getting a little bit better. What I ended up having to do was I cut out a little section of this panel right here, which I'll weld back in, but I needed to get access to the backside because this panel right here is actually two different layers. So when I was pulling the outer portion, I was just pulling on this area, not the inner panel. So I was able to get back here and use a slide hammer and push out those dents. And so right now I'm doing a little hammer and dolly work. Putting the dolly in the back and then hammering the front side to try to smooth it out a little bit more. And then once I am happy with it, then I'll go back through and weld up these holes and sand them down. I'm going to go ahead and continue working on it. Well, here it is. I know it's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. I'm not too worried about the final finish on it. I'm going to end up, since it's going to be behind the fenders, but I'm going to end up making some fender braces just to support this area, just in case the integrity is compromised a little bit. But I'm going to do fender braces on both sides, so I'll stiffen up the chassis. But I'm going to end up doing some little primer in this area. Then this whole inner fender area is going to have bed liner in it. So once the fender braces are on, you probably won't even see this area at all. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Well, we're making some good progress. So the next couple of videos, we'll start working on the wire tuck. I'll make some mounting brackets for the fuse box and the ECU. We'll start working on shaving the firewall by filling in these holes. But make sure you guys subscribe so you can keep up with the Civic build and our 48 Ford. But as always, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.